Dear honorable members of the clan, please consider this as an education moment. So, you watch our videos, and of course, you enjoy our videos. And I'm talking our meaning YouTubers. That's why you come back now and again, or every time you see a notification coming from us, the YouTubers. I can tell you to put just one YouTube video, it takes hours. It takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of strategy. It takes a lot of also learning about you. What are you interested in? And how should I deliver what you are interested in, even though I have never met you before? But I have to pay attention to you in the comment section. I have to pay attention to you and your interests. All of that takes time. And on top of that, for example, I do current affairs, and sometimes I would follow a trial. And in order for me to bring you accurate information, I literally have to sit down and follow the trial. Now, because I'm also a person that has a 9 to 5, I have to shoot two birds with one stone. I have to do my 9 to 5 while also following what's going on, for example, in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. When I used to do the Senzo Mewa murder trial, I used to make sure that the entire day I am paying attention to what is going on in the trial and also doing my job. All of that takes a lot of time. Of course, it takes also to develop a sense of multitasking so that when you sit and you anticipating a video from myself, you get exactly what you bargained for or what you signed up for. Now, I'm recently getting a lot of people complaining, and I understand why you are complaining. I really, really do, and I sympathize with you because I know your complaint, it feels almost nonsense to you. But I want you to think about it this way. Number one, let's think of YouTube itself. YouTube is a business, and they are in the business of making money. In order for YouTube to exist, you are required as a user to actually click and watch our videos. And then YouTube comes to us as the people that create these videos and say, hey, do you want to be in a partnership with us? All we're asking from you, number one, follow all of our policies and laws and regulations, which we do. Secondly, we would like to pay you. Whenever you post a video, we place an ad or two. I'm talking about an advert, 1 or 2 or 3 or 10, whatever the case might be, depending on the length of your video. Now, some people have a tendency of thinking that YouTubers make thousands of rands because of the number of views or subscribers that we have. No. In some instances, like in my case, for 1,000 of you watching my videos, I get 55 cents. For 1,000 of you watching my videos, not only do you watch my video, but you also watch the advert. If you press skip on the advert, which by the way, I said mine, I don't like to distract too much my audience. Hence, you have that skip button. You can actually skip the ad after it would have played probably maybe for like 5 seconds. Then you press skip. So when you press skip, from that 55 cents that I was going to make, I now make probably 25 cents per 1,000 of you watching my video. Am I making money? No, I'm not making money. But now let's think about you as a YouTube user who enjoy a certain YouTube channel and the video and the YouTuber themselves. Which one or what do you prefer? YouTube charging you a subscription fee in order for you to watch videos on YouTube? Or you would rather have YouTube serve you with adverts as a way of you paying back YouTube for serving you these ads? Which one do you prefer? Notwithstanding the fact that YouTube does have a provision called YouTube Premium, which you have to subscribe to in order for you not to see adverts at all. You watch the entire video without being distracted by adverts. It's called YouTube Premium. You pay a monthly fee in order for you not to see ads. So if you do not or you cannot afford YouTube Premium, unfortunately, every time I upload a video, you are going to get an ad. It's not my fault. YouTube is the landlord, and the landlord can decide at any given time and say, hang on, we are now going to have a subscription kind of a platform. Think of Netflix. Let me tell you a story that you might not know. So, I am part of a group of YouTubers that YouTube itself works with. Okay? Whenever they are going to bring up a certain feature, they call us. I don't know if I am breaking. Okay. The only time I'm not allowed to talk about this is when we are in that strat plan meeting. So I cannot talk about things while we are busy putting things together. But in 2021, I was part of a group with YouTube, and YouTube said, should we start charging subscription fee like Netflix does for people to watch videos on our channels? And I can tell you, from the US, Europe, Asia, Africa, and South America. Yeah, I think they take one person per continent, and I happen to be the one here from Africa. All of us said no. And we gave our reasons as to why we should not have a subscription for users to pay in order for them to watch YouTube videos. And YouTube said, okay, fine, we hear you. But what about those that are not monetized, meaning they are not in the YouTube Partner Program, meaning no ads play on the channels because they have to build to the two requirements that YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, you know what I'm talking about. What do we do with them? Should we charge them as a fee for uploading videos on our platform? We said, no, don't do that. You are going to discourage a lot of young people, especially then I started speaking for us here in Africa. We are a so-called poor continent. And if you are going to charge new YouTubers a fee for them to upload on the channel, then you are not going to have a lot of YouTube channels coming from Africa. And therefore, YouTube is not going to make money, because on the African continent, there are several African countries that are developing countries. Some you may even place them as developed countries such as, of course, the usual suspects being South Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria, and Kenya. All right, those are the four countries that I placed on the table, while all the other ones are developing. So if you are going, for example, South Africa is the most unequal society on the planet. And there are young people that want to start YouTube channels and don't have the money because they were setting it at $10 per month to upload videos on YouTube. How much is $10? Where will they get that, let's say, 100, 200 Rand a month? We're just roughly putting it there. 200 Rand a month every time they have to upload videos on their channels. And how long would it take for them to get to the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time? Because sometimes you get there very quickly. Sometimes it can take literally years to get there. So that means you are borrowing money in order to grow so that you can start making money on YouTube type of situation. So what was the solution? The solution was rather play ads on their channels after one of the videos that reach 100 views. So if you are a new YouTuber and you are posting and then you are seeing ads on your videos and yet you are not a YouTube partner, yeah, you should say thanks to us because you were about to pay YouTube to upload videos. YouTube spends hundreds of billions of dollars in order for you as a viewer of our videos to create this space. About 500 million videos are uploaded on YouTube per hour. Let that sink in. So, do you want to pay a subscription fee so that you are able to watch our videos, or you would rather be bothered by those ads? I know there can be a lot, trust me. And I always said to the clan, my ads, I believe they don't go beyond 2 minutes. If they do go beyond 2 minutes, I will not blame you for skipping the ad. But if you do watch the ad, I would rather you watch at least 50% of it before you press the skip button. That way, I'm also in good standing with YouTube. YouTube must not feel like, this channel, we're not making money. People keep skipping ads. Remember, YouTube is a business and they're in the business of making money. When they place ads on our videos, they make money and they want to make that money. And of course, me also for my time that I spend to be doing my work. And at the same time, I have one ear listening to the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry and also scouting around for other current affairs, stories that you want to be informed about, while I'm also making sure that I don't get fired. I don't know if this is making any sense. Now, what YouTube also did, knowing fully well that we don't make much money, it had created a button. It's called Super Thanks. Somebody said, Clantis, why don't you ask people for super thanks, or at least leave your account, your bank account number in the description so that we can make donations? Because this takes a lot of work if you think about it. And I was like, I'm scared. I don't want y'all thinking that I want your money. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I love interacting with you. I love building this community called the clan. And the last thing I want is to bother you and say, hey, put me money here. Hey, this, and press the super thanks button. I always in my head imagine that the people that are watching my videos, they have a sense of gratitude. Now, for me, what that means is my videos have a like button. They also have a share button. Then they have super thanks. And when I'm live, it has super chats and super stickers. Do they still have super stickers? Yeah, super chats. This means you purchase a super chat in order to be in line, like go above all the other comments during live. You pay for that. So in my head, I always think that the clan are people that are grateful and they will click the like button because that's the least I expect, that you press the like button. When you press the like button, you are telling YouTube, the machine, the robot, hey, we enjoy this video so much that we are engaging it with a like. And when the YouTube robot says, oh, this video is important, let me promote it to more people. So this is how it works with YouTube. I post a video. What the robot does is it takes my video and it samples it with people that are subscribed to the channel. There's a specific, now I have like 34,700. I can't remember what number I have in terms of subscribers. I don't look at numbers at all, but it will look at, let's say it's 20 of you that are subscribed to the channel. And what the robot does is it takes my videos directly to you who is subscribed to the channel, and it will sample the video to, let's say, 11 people. And out of that 11, let's say 7 click the like button, watch the video from the beginning to the end. Then the algorithm will be like, okay, this is good indication that this video is important. And then it expands within the subscription pool. And it says, okay, let me promote it to 100 of the, maybe let's say, because it's 20, sorry, it's 20 of you. And then let's say, okay, let's put it at 18. Let's see what it's going to do. And then 18 people do watch the video from the beginning to the end. While they are watching, they're also clicking the like button. Then that's when YouTube is comfortable enough to take this video and go promote it outside of the subscription pool. And when it takes it outside, it will sample my video to about 1,000 people. Out of that 1,000 people, it will wait and see how many are going to click, watch the video from the beginning to the end, and while they are watching, they are also engaging the video with a like and leaving a comment. And if, let's say, out of that 1,000, let's say plus or minus 250 people say, yeah, I like this video, it's a good indication to YouTube. And it takes the video and then samples it to 100,000, from 1,000 to 100,000. And it wants to pay attention how many of that 100,000 are going to watch, behave like the previous test that it had conducted with the subscribers and the 1,000, now to 100,000. And out of that 100,000, of course, my channel always fails at the 100,000 sampling mark, because I don't get any more than, if I'm lucky, I'll get 5,000 views out of the 100,000 that my videos are tested with. And then YouTube, with 5,000 out of 100,000, it's not a good indication, especially when people are not liking the video. The like button is so important. That is why you would hear a YouTuber begging you for a like. And some would even explain that by liking the video, you are helping the channel to grow. Meaning the videos that they post, they get sampled to large numbers of people. And those large numbers of people, if they like what they're watching, then they are going to subscribe and watch videos and expect more from you. So I'm not that lucky as the clan, unfortunately, because people that I always think they are going to click the like button, they don't. They watch the video and they don't. And now I'm getting people who are now complaining about ads. Someone even said, your videos are starting to get boring because of the ads. That hurt my feelings a lot. I was really, really hurt. It was one person. And I was thinking to myself, all the time that I am spending behind the scenes, somebody feels like, because of something that is beyond my control, judges my videos and say they are boring because of something I have no control over. That really, it did. It brought tears to my eyes. I know it's one person. I know what you're going to say. I'm not going to mention names either, but I want them to understand the impact of their words and the work that I do in order for me to serve them with the videos that they enjoy. And on top of that, when you skip the ad, I don't get paid. That means you are watching my videos absolutely for free. You don't even press the like button either, so that more people get to see my videos and grow my channel. Because the more people subscribe to the channel, or maybe not even subscribe, the more people watch my videos, the more of that money I make, that 55 cents or 25 cents. Remember, you compensate with numbers in order for me, let's say, to make $100. Just to make $100, I have to compensate with numbers. That means people that watch the videos and even watch the ads. If you're not going to watch the ads, but just watching the video and skip, I'm not making any money, unfortunately. And that applies to all YouTubers. When you skip the ads, they're not going to make money. However, YouTube would have made money, because that 5 seconds, that's money there. And in their own, as I said, 500 million videos are uploaded. In fact, I was wrong when I said an hour, a minute. 500 million videos. Can you imagine if they collected 25 cents from each one of those videos per 1,000 views? Per 1,000 views. And you have seen there are YouTubers that actually get 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 50,000 views. Yeah, those ones, they are making just a little bit more money because the numbers compensate for them to make a decent living, some of them. Some even quit their jobs and then they do this full time. Why? Because every time they post a video, they get over 100,000 views. They get, some of them, even 1 million views and more than millions of views. And they make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah, money that they make more than what they make with their 9 to 5. So all I am saying, like I said, it's not your fault. It's a moment of education, because sometimes when you see videos, some people actually think that a 20-minute video was made in 20 minutes. When you see a 5-minute video, it was not made in 5 minutes. Hours were taken to create that video, because there's planning. And then before you even press record, you've already scripted, because I always script all my videos and I just memorize the script and I sit in front of you and then I say it off by head. That takes time, doesn't it? And then you sit down like I have, make sure that the environment is conducive and familiar to your audience, and then you begin talking. And while you are talking, you don't know how many times I wish you could see it. I'm bleeding here. You know why I'm bleeding? Because as I'm doing this video, I've been biting my tongue. Yeah, sometimes when you sit in front of a camera, you even forget your name. That is why I stopped introducing myself, because every time I sat down and I'll say, hello, everybody, my name is... Who am I again? I cut that part off, because it takes time just to remember your name. Now, when you sit down with all the tongue biting that I've been doing and forgetting some parts of my script, I have to stop filming. And all of that takes time. And then I have to sit down and edit. Oh, every YouTuber will tell you they hate editing. Those that are making a little bit more money, they take that video and give it to a video editor. They just don't want to deal with editing because it takes hours to do. So while you are sitting there anticipating, what does Clantis want? What is Clantis saying about all of this? Clantis is busy in the background. I have to also read emails that are coming through with suggestions. Can you talk about this? What do you think about this? And I have to sit down and go and Google and the research and put things together and then come back. And on top of that, there's more demands that are coming. All for free, by the way. And that is why an honorable clan member said, no, you should start charging. At least people should pay you a super thanks. I'm scared, Mina, to ask for money. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. But I do rely on people that understand what we do to at least say, let me super thank him. I have been super thanked before and highly grateful, but 2025, hardly ever super thanked. 2026, as it started, I think I've been super thanked twice or 3 times. Last year, maybe 9 or 20 times. I don't know. I don't remember, but I would see super thanks coming through. And most of the super thanks that I was getting, they came from the US, they came from Canada, they came from the UK and Australia. And then the rest will be South Africans. So that's what I rely on. I rely on somebody that understands what we do to say, okay, if I got something to donate just to say thank you, then yeah. But it's not something that I'm going to stop doing just because people are not super thanking me or watching the ads. Because we do get analytics, by the way, in the background. There's this thing called YouTube Studio. We get to see how many people are watching the ads, how many people are skipping the ads. We get to see everything, the analytics. It tells us the analogy of our YouTube video performance and channel performance. And I always look at mine. There are arrows. There are arrows that are green facing up. That means your channel is doing very well. The videos, people are watching all the way to the end. They are liking, they are commenting, they are sharing the video. My arrows, they're always facing down like this. They are black in color, not even gray. It's something that I've gotten used to it because clearly there's something that I'm not doing right. I don't know, maybe I'm not charismatic enough, but I also understand that in South Africa, for you to be successful, this is a fact, guys. It's a fact of life that all of us have to accept one way or the other. If you look a certain way in South Africa, it's either it's a hit or a miss. If you look a certain way. So clearly I am a miss because that's why my arrows are facing that way. But anyways, it's nothing that I can do about it. This is who I am. This is how I talk. God created me the way God created me, and I'm grateful that I'm here on earth. And then I have a brain that I do have. That for me is enough. What other people think of me when they look at me, that is their business and their God type of situation. So in South Africa, very generally in South Africa, if you look a certain way, you are not going to be people's favorite. I've even been asked by a lot of people, why don't your channel get brand deals? Exactly what I'm saying. Looks play a major role in South Africa. All of that doesn't play a role elsewhere. Elsewhere, it's about money. You could be the most ugliest of people in the people that see beauty as a standard of some sort. If they don't have it, but brands come to them, irrespective of how they look, whatever. In South Africa, it's major. The better looking you are, the more chances you get in terms of views, subscribers. So that means it starts with the viewer, the user of the platform, in order that to permeate to brands, brand deals, and things of that nature. Fortunately, I'm not that person that focuses on all of those things. Me, I focus on the community that I am building. And I've been so blessed, and I always am grateful for the community that I'm building. And I see my community as it grows. It's all races at this point. There are blacks, there are whites, there are colored people, there are even Chinese people that come through. And my channel is also crossing both the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean, which is like to me. And I see that in the comment section. I see it also with the super thanks and the super chats and things of that nature. So I'm grateful for that. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for fame at all. And I love what I do. I enjoy what I do because I see that the people on the other side of this camera are exactly like me, curious, two IQs rubbing together. We laugh about it. And I've been so grateful that I don't have trollers, people that trolled. I've been trolled before about my teeth. Oh, go fix your teeth. And I'm like, go tell God that. You go tell God that. Don't tell me. I love these teeth. Oh, you're too dark. Oh, please. I love it. Say more. That's me. So the point that I'm making here is do not lose patience or feel like I'm annoying you with ads. That's beyond me. YouTube is a business, and they're in the business of making money. And they make that money out of the adverts that they play. If you don't like the ads, then you have to subscribe to YouTube Premium. With YouTube Premium, then you're not going to see even a single ad that is going to play during a video of mine. So attacking me for YouTube's provision, then I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. I really don't know. I hope we understood each other with this one. I'm healing from that comment. It's true what they say. You know, YouTubers, we are fragile. And not because we are thin-skinned. It's because of the work we put in, only for it to be reduced to boring because of ... And you're like, huh? Maybe I should just focus on my 9 to 5. People will have to find entertainment elsewhere with whatever it is that's going on in South Africa or anywhere in the world for that matter. So I thought, no, let me not be hurt. Let me educate, because I believe in taking a position to educate when there is ignorance somewhere. When I'm ignorant about something, I open myself up to learning. I always ask, teach me your ways, or teach me whatever it is that I am ignorant of. That's how I grow my intelligence. It's through learning. I hope we understand each other. I don't I don't know if we understood each other. If we have, please leave it in the comment section. I don't ask for likes. I don't ask for subscriptions. I don't ask for sharings. You're not gonna hear those words coming from my mouth. They used to back in the day, but when I realized that nobody gives a rat's tail, then I said, okay, you win. I'm not gonna ask anymore. But if that's what you want to do, then you can do that. If you feel like you want to like my video, I'm grateful. If you don't like it, well, okay. The channel has been stagnant for 6 years. Yeah, this channel that you're watching, it's been around for 6 years. And channels that have been around for 3 years, they're in the hundred thousands of subscribers and they get hundreds of thousands of views. Not me, because my audience, they don't press the like button. And the YouTube machines, they take my videos and then kill them after 1,000 views, 2,000, 3,000. If I'm lucky, like I said, at 5,000, they die. That means the YouTube algorithm took this video and said, after 24 hours, usually after it tests the video for 12 hours, 24 hours, and 48 hours. After 24 hours, nobody's no longer watching the video. It doesn't get to see the 48th hour. It takes it, throws it, kills it, and nobody ever sees it until it's sampled. A new video that I post is sampled. So as a result of that, I'm not going to get numbers, and the channel is not going to grow. It's going to grow painstakingly slow. So me, for my good mental health, is not to focus on the numbers, is to focus on delivering content to those that appreciate it. Anyways, I think I've spoken enough. I hope you understand. We live in a world of machines these days. If the machine feels like this is not good enough, it takes it and tosses it. If it's good enough, it takes it and promotes it to even more people. I hope we understand each other. Thank you all so much. And please do watch the ads. Thank you. So that I can be in good standing with YouTube. Because sometimes when YouTube comes and looks at the ads, they're not being played, that means it's making a loss on my channel. Anyways, thank you all. Please have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. And I will be observing what's going on in Kukompo, former Eastern Cape. Let's hear what the mayor has for the people of Kukompo. And I'll come back and I will tell you what's happening. All right. Thank you all so much. See, I told you. Tongue-tied. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a new one. Goodbye.